then they can better help train and use the tools that they've got. And they have all these different tools and ways to teach different people. We use these at different locations. We'll be discussing this at the roundtable conference. Alright, get back on point. Talking about the legislative committee again, maybe not. Remember the TV captioning that we talked about earlier? Now we are trying to get movie theater captioning. There are different laws. Different laws apply to TV and movies. TV is used to communicate and relay information to different people over the news. Now, movies aren't used for communication, they're used for enjoyment and entertainment. Does everyone know about ADA?
He has been.
There's a law under there discussing about movies and having access to public places. So do all movie theaters have access for the deaf and have captioning? Of course not. But the committee's trying to figure out and get some information on how we can provide captionings at movies. And we're depending on the deaf community to tell us who's providing accessibility and who's not. What kind of caption is it? Is it open captioning? Reader window captioning? Where it like reflects back onto it, onto the little screen. Captive view captioning. It's similar to real window, where the captions come up on the screen. Sony glasses, the huge giant glasses that you'll see captions on. A little awkward. So you'll see it whenever you move. The committee's trying to research on which option are we going to use for the captionings. Out of all those options, which is best? There are some problems with the last three options we mentioned for captions. What if they're deaf-blind? And that screen, that's pretty much useless to them. You know about Usher syndrome? And there's a lot of sight issues involved with that. So it's almost like tunnel vision. So if you're sitting in the back row, looking at that screen, and you have open captions, open captions work well, but the smaller screens are a little bit more difficult. The farther back they sit, the larger their field of vision is. So the committee's job is to collect feedback from the deaf community. And we're trying to figure out the law for each of the movie theaters to how it applies to each theater. If the movie theaters aren't willing to provide or comply with the law, then we're willing to sue. I'm gonna take a little break, and she'll take over when I'm done. Yeah, Emergency Preparedness Committee. We work together with ODHH. So both of these organizations try and figure out how the deaf, hard of hearing, deaf, blind will receive information in an emergency. So this is really her baby, so I'll let her finish this. So we partner with ODHH because we have the knowledge of the language and the culture. So we received a grant that was $35,000. Our job was to create materials that were deaf friendly and that they could use and utilize during an emergency. We made magazines, posters, papers. We didn't want to go into a lengthy, long English process. We wanted it to be deaf friendly. It teaches them how to pack,